to all you artists out there. This is Ron K. Armstrong, filmmaker extraordinaire, with a new video for you. In this video, we're going to talk about Thandie Newton and why she left Charlie's Angels. But before I do that, I want you to hit the like button on this video. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button and get notifications on when I go live and when I upload recorded videos. Now, Thandie Newton, I don't know much about her, but she's apparently an actress who had an encounter with Amy Pascal. Now, Amy Pascal is infamous in the film industry, and she's well known for the email leaks or the hacks, where she was outed saying a lot of racist things. And this article here in Variety only adds to the amount of alleged racist incidences and emails and things of that nature that people have been talking about. So let's go into this. Let's take a deep dive. It says, Thandie Newton left Charlie's Angels after disturbing encounter with Amy Pascal. And there's Thandie. She's very, very beautiful, attractive. And there's Amy Pascal going down. Says Westworld star. That's probably why I don't know much about it, because I don't watch Westworld. Westworld star Thandie Newton revealed several stories about shocking behavior she's encountered from Hollywood executives and creatives over the course of her career in a provocative interview with Vulture. The actor cited incidents ranging from press coverage of her alleged sexual assault to what she remembers as a racist encounter with formerly Sony Pictures head Amy Pascal. The actor detailed the trauma she experienced at age 16 when she was allegedly groomed and sexually abused by director John Dugan while working on the set of the 1991 movie Flirting. When she was 39, the press referred to it as an affair, and this, Newton said, left her traumatized. Oh, that's horrible. Wow, that's really pretty bad. If someone brought it up, and of course they're going to bring it up in a effing interview, man, if they spoke about it in a way that's not sympathetic or they called it an affair, it was insult to injury. Yeah, I can understand that. It's like re-abuse, Newton said. I think the reason I talked about it a lot too is I'm trying to find someone who understands. I'm looking for help. It's so effing obvious to me. What is the point if we don't expose what needs to be exposed? That's interesting, because with the whole Me Too movement, I think that she would be able to find a sympathetic ear, or people would be interested in talking with her. And now it goes on to the issues with Amy Pascal. Newton said that experience swept into her choices to pursue certain films. She recalls turning down Sony Pictures' Charlie's Angels remake in particular because the director wanted to highlight her body in the opening scene. One of the biggest movies I didn't end up doing was because the director said to me, I can't wait for this. The first shot is going to be, you're going to think it's like yellow lines down a road, and you pull back and you realize it's the stitching because the denim is so tight on your ass, it's going to look like tarmac, Newton said. I was like, oh, I don't think we're going to go down this road together. Then Newton met with Amy Pascal, who was fired in 2015 after an email hack of the company surfaced problematic messages, including interactions with producer Scott Rudin, debating whether President Barack Obama's favorite films were those with largely black casts, such as Think Like a Man and Django Unchained. In the meeting, Pascal told Newton that the movie would have to make her character believable as a college-educated woman. Woo! Yeah, that's kind of racist, all right. Pascal then suggested that there could be a scene in a bar where Newton's character gets up on a table and starts shaking her booty. What the hell? She's basically reeling off these stereotypes of how to be more convincing as a black character, Newton said. Everything she said, I was like, nah, I wouldn't do that. She's like, yeah, but you're different. You're different. How many of us have heard that before? That was Amy Pascal. That's not really a surprise, is it? Let's face it. I didn't do the movie as a result. A representative for Pascal did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Pascal told Vulture that she did not recall the conversation, but was horrified by the story. While I take her words seriously, I have no recollection of the events she describes, nor do any of the representatives who were present at that casting session, Pascal said. I have long considered Thandie a friend. I am thankful that I have had the chance to make movies with her, and I hope to work with her in the future. All right, come on, Amy. You've said a lot of racist things in the past. You've been outed. So this doesn't seem like Thandie's making this up. All right. On another occasion, while working on the Netflix drama Rogue, Newton said she refused to take her top off during her first sex scene in the series. She didn't think that it was right for the particular shot. It didn't. It didn't make sense for the story with the two characters playing husband and wife who are kind of estranged. All right, let me stop here because this is getting a little weird what she's saying here. Now, she's talking about being on the set, them asking her to remove her top, or the whole scene where she has this tight pants on or whatever. These things are in the script, and if you read the script, you'll know beforehand what's going to happen. And even more importantly, if your agent reads the script, and you talk with the agent, then you make a decision whether or not at that point are you going to do the role. You don't typically get on a set and they ask you to do something that's not in the script. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, actresses in particular, if they're going to show skin, that warrants an increase in pay. They can ask for more money. Listen, if I'm showing my breasts or my butt, then I want an additional so-and-so. In the same way, for example, Sigourney Weaver in Aliens 3 shaved her head. She got a big chunk of change for shaving her head. So some of this stuff is not really jiving with me, what Thandie's talking about, because it just doesn't make sense. She all of a sudden gets on the set and asks her to do something off the wall that's not in the script. That's not how studios work. So I don't know about that. But anyway, I just wanted to point this out about Amy Pascal. If you didn't get an opportunity to read her emails, you should check them out. They're very interesting. And it shows that she is terrible at grammar and spelling. And how she got her position in Sony Pictures is a mystery. And it also has more racial epithets that she cited and things of that nature. So she needs to check herself. You know what I mean? So I can see, I can buy into that this encounter happened between Thandie and Amy. But as far as this other stuff, I'm not really sure about these things that she's talking about. Suddenly they're asking her to do things. I mean, you know, movies are expensive. And your script is your blueprint. Everything's in the script. You just don't come up with things and say, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if we do this? Wouldn't it be great if we do that?" That's how you go over budget. That's how your film becomes a disaster, when you have no plan. So she should have read the script beforehand and knew what the role required, and then decided whether she would do that or not. Now, there are meetings that actors take with producers, with directors, where they do discuss your participation in your character. And they may say, well, we like your character to do this, or we like your character to do that. How do you feel about it? And at that point, yeah, you can make a decision whether you want to, pursue it or not. And a lot of times they kind of feel you out to see what your threshold is. Like, for example, James Cameron is known for pushing actors really, really hard. So if you're at a meeting with James Cameron, is he saying, listen, I'm making The Abyss Part 2 and I want you underwater for 30 hours. How do you feel about that? Then you can, you can say, I don't think that's for me. 30 hours underwater, yeah, we'll bring food down there to you, and you can write letters to your parents, So yeah, it's some of this what Thandie's saying, I don't know, but overall, again, like I said, I think the encounter she had with Amy does have a ring of truth to it, I guess. But anyway, this is Ron K. Armstrong, filmmaker extraordinaire. Until my next video, keep making films.